Hi, all right, welcome to my presentation on using Flipgrid for assessment. First of all, what is Flipgrid? If you aren't already aware, Flipgrid is a video experience-based education tool designed to create an authentic environment for open discussion and learning. This tool allows student participation both in person and virtually. Flipgrid also allows teachers to share content and rubrics or requirements for responses and presentations. Flipgrid is an ideal remote learning option as well as a powerful homework-based application and assessment tool. Why use Flipgrid? Using Flipgrid for students to share their thoughts about problems and capturing their perseverance through the problem-solving process is a great way to assess and provide feedback on learning. As students reason, they make their thinking visible by showcasing their representation in words, pictures, models, or actions using Flipgrid. Since all videos are housed on the same grid, the students are able to not only share and justify their arguments, but using the reply feature, they can critique the reasoning of others. There are many different options that are shared on the website for elementary usage, middle school, high school, post-secondary, and even coaching. Specifically looking at the pre-K to middle school and high school areas, they offer several important suggestions to use Flipgrid: daily learning reflections, reading and book talks, STEM thinking, project demonstrations, fluency and phonics, daily video journals, project presentations, language learning, peer review, and persuasive debate. Looking at the ISTE standards, the International Society for Technology and Education, Flipgrid has added links for all grade levels and all content areas and demonstrated how their material can be utilized to meet these standards. This grade level link is here in my presentation. Looking specifically today at mathematics and language arts, they share two different standards that can be met easily through Flipgrid. Computational Thinker 5. Students develop and employ strategies for understanding and solving problems in ways that leverage the power of technological methods to develop and test solutions. Creative Communicator 6. Students communicate clearly and express themselves creatively for a variety of purposes using the platform's tools, styles, formats, and digital media appropriate to their goals. Inside of the Flipgrid educator portal, you'll see that there are many different ways and even optional topics that have already been created for you on ways to meet these ISTE standards for mathematics. Here, there's several that are listed. This will help encourage a love of mathematics, mathematical conversations, support critical thinking skills, and help students become more effective problem solvers. And there are several examples here that you can see listed. In language arts, they showcase Empowered Learner 1. Students leverage technology to take an active role in choosing, achieving, and demonstrating competency in their learning goals, informed by the learning sciences. Knowledge Constructor 3. Students critically curate a variety of resources using digital tools to construct knowledge, produce creative artifacts, and make meaningful learning experiences for themselves and others. Creative Communicator 6. Students communicate clearly and express themselves creatively for a variety of purposes using the platform's tools, styles, formats, and digital media appropriate to their goals. All right, and again, here on the educator portal, you'll see that there are many different options for supporting language arts instruction and assessment within Flipgrid, as well as, like I mentioned before, topics that are available and pre-made for you. There are many examples that I've linked here. If you'd like to click on one, you can choose to. You can also browse in their discovery section. The top link here is actually one from my own classroom. I have been given permission to share, and this was a commercial that a student created after doing a project in my classroom on designing their own tennis shoes. They had done research, market research, and had a lot of information that they finally put together into a commercial. And so this was a great way, following rubrics and instructions, that the student could demonstrate understanding of the project. It's pretty neat. A final part here that is interesting and useful would be to use the portfolio assessment element of Flipgrid. They are called mixtapes, which is pretty interesting, I think, and can be used for a lot of different things. Here you can create a mixtape for read-alouds, family night memories, talent shows, basically piecing together different parts of Flipgrid's segments. Students can put together years or highlights from their year or over the years and create their own mixtape. You get to pick what goes on your mixtape, the order. It can be view only. You can decide who your community or audience are. It's up to you, but again, a great way for a teacher to pool together pieces of the year into one final portfolio assessment. All right, so we're actually going to practice now. If you would humor me and join in, you'll see that there is a link on this slideshow that you can click on. This is specifically for this assessments class. There is a password because I don't have you all set up as a Google Classroom or have your emails to import, which you'll see as an educator you'll need to do. When I click on this, it will prompt me to sign in with Google. I will not have to use the passcode because I created this Flipgrid. However, you will need to, and it is case sensitive. So there's capital F, Flipgrid 2021. I'm going to click on that. It's going to prompt me into Flipgrid to log in. Might be just a minute. Actually, I was already logged in, so we're good to go. It will prompt you to enter your password there. But you'll see that I've created this presentation Flipgrid for us specifically for this class. I've also attached the slideshow there, which is a great option for students to be able to upload any documents that go with their projects or their presentations. You can also, within your instructions, embed any rubrics, directions, resources that you want, and everything on Flipgrid has the immersive reader option. So you'll see that the directions here ask, in 3 minutes or less, explain one new thing that you learned during this presentation and one way that you'd use Flipgrid in your classroom. If you're comfortable recording a response, that would be fantastic. I can go back and look at those. That can be feedback for me to see how this went. We can also look at each other's to hear what others have shared. Just kind of a neat way to engage and take part in understanding this resource a little bit better. And that is the end of my project. Thank you so much.